Hello, I'm Philip Sheldrake. Thanks for watching this video. It's a video about my book, The Business of Influence, Reframing Marketing and PR for the Digital Age. The book opens with a simple question: are you in the business of influence? And I'd argue that the answer is categorically yes. But let's look at that word influence because it's become a buzzword in recent times and I want to make sure we're talking about the same thing here. So I just reached for the dictionary. And basically it means that we've been influenced when we think in a way we wouldn't otherwise have thought, or when we do something we wouldn't otherwise have done. Now, as far as I'm concerned, that permeates every aspect of organisational life, every function, not just marketing, advertising, public relations, or customer service, HR, but R&D and operations and supplier management. Every aspect of organisational life needs to exert influence and be influenced. So I take this and I start talking about the 6 influence flows. Let's introduce those here briefly. So the first influence flow is the influence that we exert on our stakeholders. It's possibly the one that we're most traditionally familiar with. Then there's the influence stakeholders exert amongst themselves with regards to us, the one that's really come to the fore with the advent of social media. Then there's the influence we systematically ensure that those stakeholders have on us. But of course we have competitors too, which introduces the other 3 flows. Flow 4 is the influence competitors have with stakeholders. Flow 5, the influence stakeholders have amongst themselves with regards to our competitors and their brands. And lastly, of course, there's the influence they have directly on our competitors. Flow 6. So I take this framework and I spend time testing today's approach to the influence activities for fitness for purpose. And I do so particularly in relation to social media and disintermediation, today's technologies, and today's improved understanding of business strategy formulation, mapping and execution. Let's take the first of those, social media. You might be particularly interested in the 12 primary characteristics of social analytics services to make sure that you procure the right service for your needs. On the technologies front, I look at some of the trends that every influence professional should be familiar with, fluent with, whether it's the explosion of data, the personal privacy ramifications, the Internet of Things perhaps, or the semantic web, what some pundits are calling Web 3.0. But I invest most time looking at business performance management, and the dominant framework there, the balanced scorecard. So I introduced the influence scorecard, designed to make sure that the strategy for influencing and being influenced across all those aspects of organisational life are coherent, fit for purpose. We look at the measures and closing the loop. And the influence scorecard basically sums up the philosophy of my book. I make the bold claim, in fact, that the influence scorecard addresses that age-old question of return on investment. What is the ROI? Not just of marketing and advertising and public relations and social media, but all influence activities. Whether I've done that, of course, you'll be the best judge. And I hope you'll join me in conversation on the book's accompanying website, kindly funded by my company, meanwhile, and by the Razorfish London team. You'll find it at influenceprofessional.com. I hope to see you there, and thanks very much again for watching.